Hello again, everyone. Scoons Comics here with another exciting, also thrilling comic book haul. Yes. How the heck are y'all? I found the stack of comic books I referenced last video. It was amongst the carnage and chaos that is my comic book room. Actually, I had started to film a video about these books before, I remember, and I was fighting a cold, and I just kept sneezing throughout the whole video. So I said, heck with it. I deleted the video, put the books aside, and kind of forgot. So, I don't know. But I got the books now. So let's go through and see things that I got several months ago, shall we? A couple of things I got off of eBay. Detective Comics, $6.89. Why did I get this book? Because it's a DC Universe logo variant, one I did not have, and one I saw mislabeled on eBay. So I only paid, like, with shipping, I think I paid like $7. So it's just, I always have stuff saved on my searches for eBay, and if something comes up that catches my eye and is cheap, usually I'll pull the trigger. And that's what this is, so cool book. I'm really just now looking at this. Honestly, I think I got this out of the mail and I put it aside, and this is the most I'm really staring at it. That's might be a problem with collecting. I don't know. But cool book, man. Detective Comics, Batman in the 90s. Awesome. I also bought this because I love the Death of Superman. I keep collecting it even though in my mind's eye, I finished the collection a while ago, but I keep finding new weird things to add to it. This is Direct Currents number 58. This is the in-house little preview pamphlet that DC Comics put out back in the day. And this one is about the Death of Superman. Here's the cover of the big bagged edition. Here's a take on the other cover with the famous cape all tattered like a flag. Dan Jurgens on art. Just super cool. Just a nice little oddball piece to add to the collection. I don't know what I paid. I didn't pay much. Okay, then I got a stack of stuff that I got from a local comic shop. So I have this quarterly comic shop or comic show that comes to my area. The hotel's been under construction, so they've been doing the show in different cities, neighboring cities, at like VFW halls. And this last one was, whoo boy, it was something. It's a very small room, very packed with basement dwelling hardcore comic book fans. Not kids though. It's all adult, older guys that look kind of like me or hairier. And I don't know. I wish the kids and the youngsters would be into the comics. I'm trying to make that happen as much as I can. But I wish the comic companies and these collectible shows would do more. But so I'm there and I'm digging and I found a few goodies. Let's see. From I don't even know, 1990 probably. Zorro number 12 from Marvel. I just picked this up. It's a newsstand. Alex Toth. I always say his name wrong. Alex Toth cover. Tremendous artist back in the day. Legendary. Newsstand edition. These black covers are hard to find in nice shape without big fingerprints on them. And I like to collect last issues of series. So that was in, again, this comic show. Basically, the big draw is they have a ton of bins and they're all dirt cheap and they're all unorganized. It's like $5 for $1. The more you buy, the less money it is. So I got this. I picked up a lot of run fillers that I'm not going to show you guys because they're not that exciting. But I picked up some Silver Surfer because I'm trying to put together that run from the 90s and early 2000s. Here's Silver Surfer number 5, newsstand edition. There's nothing important about this issue per se. But at some point in time, someone wanted about $50 for it. When you focus, camera phone. But there's no way that's worth $49.95. I don't know, but picked up that. These later issues in the run are harder to find, so I snatched these suckers up. Here's issue 105, Silver Surfer. And what number are you? 101. and 98. So that was exciting. I've also been on a bit of a Star Trek kick lately. I've read a couple of novels here lately. I've stumbled upon somebody's YouTube channel that was listing like the best standalone novels of Star Trek. I like the shows, not the new stuff as much, but the old stuff. And I picked up a couple of books and I really enjoyed them. So it kind of got me like hunting for Star Trek comics on the cheap. I don't want to pay no money. And I found, so back in the 90s, 96, Marvel and Paramount, they had a whole line of comics, Paramount Comics. And this is the first issue of Deep Space Nine. I actually saw this same thing a while ago at my local antique shop, and somebody wanted $8 for it. And I was like, no. I got this for like 20 cents out of one of those bins, so that's a win. And then I picked up this weird little one-shot Star Trek Mirror Mirror, the sequel to the legendary television episode. This has Mark Bagley on art, Mark Bagley of Spider-Man fame. Interesting to see him draw not Spider-Man. I know he's done other things, but he's most famous for Spider-Man. So to see him do some Star Trek work, that's pretty cool. I picked up, the great artist John Cassidy passed away not too long ago. And he first came to fame doing this Image Comics series, Desperados. This is Desperados #1. This first thing I remember featuring his artwork that hit more popularity. He may have done some things that I'm not aware of on the independent circuit, but yeah, so that was a pretty neat find. Darwyn Cooke, big fan of his work. Here's the Twilight Children #1 from Vertigo. I don't know anything about this, but I know it's Darwyn Cooke. I know it's Vertigo. Those two things at least equal interesting. I want to check that out. I bought this a few months ago. Have I looked at it at all? No. It's one of many stacks of things to read. It's hard, man. It's hard. I love to collect. I have books and comics and movies on DVD and Blu-ray. And I watch and read as much as I can, but by God, there's not enough hours in the day. And then I just keep buying because I like to collect. I don't know. Other people have this problem, I'm sure. So anyway, I read at least a comic book every day, but I just keep getting more. Ghost Special from Dark Horse. I got this because this has this Adam Hughes Ghost cover here. I remember this being popular in the 90s, but any Adam Hughes cover it's got an audience for. I don't know if I'll keep this or sell it, but I got it in like a 5 for $1 bin, so pick that up. Man, then they had these random as can be Bronze Age books as I get off camera. Some Bronze Age Marvel in there in really nice shape. Not my favorite series here, but who can turn down Kull the Destroyer? Issue 21. This looks to be a Gil Kane cover. Most 70s stuff from Marvel has Gil Kane. So there's that one. And they had issue 22. This is an Ernie Chan cover. Issue 22. And 25, another Ernie Chan. And 26. So that was exciting. Anytime you can find Marvel stuff from the Bronze Age, from the 70s, in a $1 bin or 5 for $1 bin, oh yeah, I'll pick that up. I picked up a few more curiosities. I don't know what this is. I think this is part of like a role-playing game. This is Crisis on Infinite Earths, the official index. I have no idea what this is. And then I got the official crossover index. I love the Crisis on Infinite Earths storyline. It's a brand that has been sequelized several times. So these are some oddball pieces that are connected to it. I don't know. I guess I should open them up and look at them. Oh, man. So I'm at this show, right? And I'm not finding... So one of the things I, of course, like to try to find is my DC Universe logo books. And I'm finding nothing at this show. It's always feast or famine. It's either I find like a dozen or I get one that's beat up that I already have, or I find none. Out of like 35 long boxes, I find nothing. So I'm going through these books. I'm not finding anything, and I'm down to like the last 4 long boxes at this show that I haven't seen. And they're on this little side table. The way this show is set up, it's just in a VFW hall. And so it's long tables, big long tables, and all the books are on. Like, you go down one row, you go down another row. And then off to the side was this little tiny table that had 4 long boxes on it, okay? So it's, and there's a gentleman there, God bless him, he's just camped out. He's just taking his time and pulling up each book and enjoying. Now there's a certain, and that's fine, he wasn't doing anything wrong. But at these shows where so many people want to get into these boxes, there's a little bit of pressure, and the experienced collectors, we're just flying through these things, right? Not that this guy was an experienced collector, I'm sure, but he wanted to do this a very particular way. Usually the rest of us are flying through. We know what we're looking for. We got our lists on our phone, or old school people got a piece of paper. They got a little notebook. I got my phone, and I know what I'm looking for. So you'll stop, pull something out, make sure, put it back, grab it, move on, get out of the way for the next person. This guy was gonna take his sweet time and enjoy, and more power to him. I was just ready to go. I remember I was fighting a cold this time, and I was like, just move. Just get out of my way. Because I was not going to leave 4 boxes unlooked at. So he gets through with like 1 and kind of is off to the side. Enough that I squeezed in there, right? And I'm going through 1 box. I'm elbowing this guy in the side accidentally. And he's not a care in the world. So I'm just waiting and waiting. And finally I got to look. And one of those boxes was worth it, because we had some DC Universe logo books that I did not have. This one I have, but the rest of these I did not have. This is Azrael number 15. That cool red and black logo. So this whole storyline, so Azrael number 15, part of the Contagion storyline. It's the 5th part of that. So these got put into like a box set at Toys R Us and any place they'd sell these collector sets, but they all had this DC Universe logo on them. So I found that they was all in a row. So that had Batman number 529. Oh, thank God I didn't leave. I'd have been kicking myself. 529. Shadow of the Bat 48. Look at that logo. I love it. And Batman 695. No, excuse me. Detective Comics 695. Hooray. Ah, that guy was killing me. But sure he was a lovely gentleman. He did nothing wrong. This is all me being crazy. And then what do I got left? I have a few books that I picked up a while back at Half Price Books. So what do we got here? Batman and the Signal, number 1. Featuring Duke Thomas, his new sidekick for a real short time here. Here's his little costume. I always love Batman's sidekicks because their costumes are just drawing as much attention as you can. So they can draw all the bad guys' fire while Batman's in the shadows. Oh man, these are cool. I picked up Amazing Spider-Man, several of these with these gorgeous Alex Ross covers. Amazing Spider-Man $7.97. I have not read these yet, but this was the Green Goblin merges with Carnage, spoilers, and becomes the Red Goblin. Ooh, menacing. So here's $7.97. And I got $7.98. Look at that. I love Alex Ross's stuff. $7.99. Oh, he's fused with the Carnage. He's the Red Goblin. Ah! And issue 800, the big anniversary conclusion. Look at that artwork. Just beautiful. I love it. So yeah, so like this one originally retailed for $10. and I got it out of a $2 bin at Half Price Books. I picked up three more books from Half Price. This is Avengers issue 684. This is the first appearance of the Immortal Hulk. They start a whole storyline and set of powers for Hulk, where not only is he super strong, but he's essentially immortal. So that started that whole series, the Immortal Hulk, very popular a few years ago. This book was trending a couple years ago for like 50 bucks. I don't know what it goes for now, but I got it for $2. And here's one I'm always looking for, because I always see books around it in the same time frame. Teen Titans number 12, featuring the first appearance of the Batman who laughs. Evil Batman from an evil dimension. Evil. See, he's up there in the corner. He's got goofy spikes for his over his eyes because he's evil. I don't know. It's a character that some people enjoy, and it's a book that has been hot before, and it's one of those things I'm always looking for at Half Price, because it's the kind of things that get turned in at Half Price. So finally found one of these. And last but not, this is an ugly cover to go out on. I don't want to go out on this cover. What else can I show you guys? Spider-Gwen number 24. Some people really like this cover. I think the artwork it's just not my favorite. I don't care for Spider-Gwen, but this is the first appearance of her merging with these symbiotes and becoming Venom. Gwendom? I don't know, but I looked it up when I was at Half Price. I was thumbing through the books, and I saw this. And I'm like, this is something. This is popular. I've seen this on top 10 lists on YouTube. And yes, this can go for a little bit of money, so I picked it up. Totally intending to flip this, so I'll get rid of that. Gosh. But I found that stack, and now I have shown all of you, and you're all better for it. And I'll be back soon, guys. Take care.